Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our evening live. My name is Autumn, and this is my husband, Richard. We go live here on our YouTube channel every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for hashtag Wacka Wednesday.
Oh my God.
But you can also catch us on our other channel, the Weathers channel, where we go live every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
And we investigate meteorology.
Yeah, because it's the Weathers channel. I got it. Heath is here. Says, hey, hi, Heath. Missed you. Glenda's here. Says, good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
It said, Autumn, V-neck tees for the win. I have poison ivy on my face, neck, and chest, and the regular tees rub too much. I almost ordered more today. Oh, no. Poison ivy. Oh, no. Jen said, wow, Karen, how'd you get poison ivy? Did you fall off your bike in a bad spot?
Exactly. That kind of sets itself up right there. You know, she bikes around America. That's what I heard.
Jen said, y'all, it's been a week. My Uncle David passed away suddenly Sunday. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been tough. Then today I had a really good job interview, writing all the feels. I need to know all about that.
A roller coaster.
You know, Jen, I have a great Uncle David too. My grandmother has a brother named David. So have Uncle David.
Is that Uncle Dave?
Yeah. No, you don't. You probably never met Uncle David.
Okay,
no, you never met Uncle David. Okay. Yeah. See, they don't talk anymore. Here's the thing. Okay. We used to all be, as a family, we used to all be so close. Like all of my generation, which doesn't really matter because there's barely any of us, but my mom's generation and all of their first cousins, then my grandmother's generation and all of their siblings and the parents and the kids and the cousins. We used to all be so close, but
that's how my family
typical family stuff happens and people have arguments, like fights that turn into not talking for days and weeks and years and decades. Decades. And so my grandmother and my Uncle David don't really talk anymore. They literally only see each other at funerals, and they used to be so close. It's so sad.
Know the old saying
Sean is here
is that family cuts the deepest.
Family cuts the deepest. No,
it's because they know all the secrets.
Kelly's here.
You
says,
know
good
where
evening,
the bodies
everybody.
is buried.
Yeah.
So when family fights, the knives come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they know where all the bodies is buried. Driven West is here. Says, good evening, Wark fam. Happy hump day with the camels. Look, Sarah on Keto's here. Says, good vibes. I will accept that. Thank you, Sarah on Keto.
But also
I like your glasses.
To add to that, though, family also needs to boomerang and come back.
Yeah.
Because even the worst fights,
you're still family.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all still related.
That's where it boils down.
Yeah, no, I would have never thought I'd see the day where they don't talk.
Yes,
but
yes.
Alas,
I was gonna
and
say,
if y'all know my granny, y'all know she is stubborn AF. So she's not gonna watch this, so we don't have to.
Right, because she had lightning strike ability.
Oh my God! No, so yeah, it doesn't work like that. So yeah. But I know, so I'll let this say Uncle David. That reminded me. I was oh man, my Uncle David. I haven't talked to him in so long.
Does he live in a different city?
Nope, he lives 20 minutes away.
Never mind then.
Jervin said having one of the element, is it element or elementy?
Ooh.
Element. Mango chili electrolytes I got on the cruise. Nice burn in the throat. That feels good. Beth. Come on now. Weird. I like that pain. What?
I mean, have you
not
met Jared?
Why would you make me read that?
Have you not met Jared?
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure Patty's somewhere laughing up a storm.
God. Brianna said, good evening, Wack fam. Happy Wacka Wednesday. Yes, thank you so much for snapping me out of it. Gigi's here. Says, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. How was your day? It was great.
Good evening, Monsieur Gigi.
Monsieur? What is that?
It's French.
Yeah, and that literally means Mr.
Monsieur.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah. Mademoiselle. Madame.
I was going to say Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle.
Why
did I have you? Why did you leave me on?
I literally didn't know what you were trying to say at that point. So... Yes. But today went great. Everything, like my life is just settled into a really good routine, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, guys, it went great until I was talking to the Gold House about the cost of the audio visual support for Keto Palooza. Comment. What do you think the quote? What do you think the proposal they sent back to me? How much do you think that was for? My day was good until I got that thing.
I mean,
Sean is here. Says hello, Autumn and Richard. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it work. But I was like, come on.
Well,
he said, "Miss me. You just spent 7 days on a cruise avoiding me." I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
I mean, you can't avoid heat.
I did not even pay attention enough to try to avoid you.
You can't avoid him because
you can't avoid him.
He's so tall.
Tanya said, I just jumped into the comments and did not say what's up. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, because anytime those comments begins with at somebody else, I literally just skip over them. So, yeah.
That does sound like you.
Let me see.
That's spot on.
Yes.
Of my wife.
That is me. Mm-hmm. Shelly's here. Says, happy Wednesday, Whack Fam. Hi, Shelly.
Good
Glad that you're here.
Shelly.
Shelly said our family was founded on secrets. What? Y'all sound like y'all have like an A&E drama. Founded on secrets. Sheila's here. Says, hi, Adam and Richard. Hi, Sheila. Glad that you're here. So,
what the heck?
Yes.
We have 2 mystery
graveyards. Wow, Shauna's out here putting it in the street. Says actually our family secrets came out. We found out my mom, etc. We aren't really related to most of our family. It'd be like that sometimes.
Hey, I have a cousin that's not really a cousin. It's like family.
Wow, Draven West said family trauma. I have 2 siblings who are at odds with each other, and one has basically disowned the other. Dang, Facebook comments caused a major family fight over religion. That literally, my family's fighting over religion too. That's why they won't talk to each other. So it's pretty. That's
well,
pretty crazy.
It's either what is it, money, religion, or
Okay.
What's the other thing?
10,000, 5,000, 5,000. You guys, this 5,000. This is what I was expecting to pay. Like that is literally how much I budgeted.
Oh,
the amount that they came back with as an initial proposal.
Oh my gosh.
$25,000. I said I didn't even budget $25,000 for the entire event. Like, and you want me to pay you $25,000 to put some screens up? No. So granted, we are narrow, like we're literally picking and like, okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. Like we're a la carting the F out of this whole thing, but $25,000 was their initial proposal. Jen said, how was Hamilton?
That's one of those ones you just say.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you and goodbye.
And goodbye. Richard said, so how are we going to do it without the screens? I was like, you're right. Get 25K. We're not doing it.
Yeah. We got enough stuff hanging around.
Hamilton was really good. Let me say, I enjoyed the singing. Pretty much all of the characters, everything was okay. The thing that just bothered me a teensy bit was that a lot of them were very short. A lot of the men were very short. And I was just like, gosh, these guys are short. But I mean, still.
How did you tell from 38 yards?
Because you can literally tell Burr is right here. Hamilton was right there. Like, I mean, literally comparatively.
So we want to get it
they were short.
Or something? No,
I'm just saying, like, it was just the gap in height was noticeable. George Washington was also very short. And that kind of, I struggle not to compare him to Chris Jackson, who's like a much larger man, you know? But like, the thing that bothered me the most about the performance was that George Washington, the guy that played George Washington, was definitely somebody's dad, right? Like he's definitely like a classically trained, amazing singer, but he's not a rapper. And like literally it just like everything was just a little too rounding the beat. Like he didn't have a flow. Like I was just like, oh man, this is somebody's grandpa right here, you know? But like, it was good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my God.
I was just
amazing.
nitpicking.
For a play, I wasn't expecting the best hip hop ever created. Okay.
Yes.
It was an amazing play with hip hop renditions in it.
Yeah. I mean,
the people were spot on as far as I'm concerned.
They were okay. I mean, a lot of them were really good. I mean, they were good.
I say spot on.
Jerry's here says good evening. Chris is here says hi,
my
everyone.
bar isn't the highest bar.
Yeah, he does not have a high one.
Well, I enjoy it.
Gina said good evening, everyone. How the HE double hockey sticks are y'all? We're doing good.
I also like the Lion
Chris
King.
said we just had keto lasagna for dinner. What were the noodles? Did you have like a noodle substitute?
Chris is in there. His ass.
Yeah. So
Chris and Miriam.
He said when I was in a band, my drummer had an uncle dad. I know all too much about that. Yeah, 20,000 still not high enough. Jerry Ben was, but yes. I know
he's in the vicinity.
Yeah. Brianna said, be careful when you do 23andMe or other tests. You may find some unknown family. Yeah, I know, right? That's how it is.
I got
Sheila said, that's insane. It is insane, isn't it? Oh, they was trying to get me.
But to be
Tim's
fair,
here says, hey, cutie patooties, ear hustling while on a TSP call. Oh, man, love that shirt, Richard. I know, right?
What's that?
I miss those calls, man. Yeah.
My shirt?
So, Shauna said, was it a junior cast? No. This was the Broadway touring cast. So Yeah,
I think,
no, man,
wasn't
it was
nobody
good.
sick or anything like that.
No, but some of them did switch roles. There was definitely an insert of during tonight's performance, but like I literally checked most of them, and like the top 6 roles were the same. It's when you started getting to the minor roles.
For
I was
me,
like, okay.
it was each actor sung their heart out, and you could tell that they really cared about the role, and they really performed it to their maximum. Yeah. So for me, that was all I wanted to see. For me, that was a great show. Yeah. They nailed all the songs. It was really enjoyable.
It was really enjoyable. Jen said, hang a white bed sheet on the wall, buy an $80 projector, $10 Bluetooth speaker, and hook it up to an iPhone. This is literally what we did last year. Like we bought like a $25 projector off of Amazon. Like this is last year, but this year I got to step it up a little bit. The room is too big to not have some substantial AV. Chris says, Sam, the same Sam that always has to go to school says hi. And I love Sam now. He's so cute.
What's going on?
I know, right?
I keep talking about Sam and Max are like peanut butter and jelly.
D says, evening, good weather's happy hump day. You're hustling while I feed the kitties. I love that. No, they actually do have a keto jelly. And I thought it was really good.
I mean, again, the Bear family.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Paul says George Washington was very tall, actually, a man that other men stepped out of the way of. I love that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, you can't be spot on with this thing. Like
Chris said, just like the real thing, keto lasagna by Peace, Love, and Low Carb.
Oh, yay. Well, to be fair, I love lasagna. I think we made a keto lasagna, didn't we?
Yes.
That was amazing.
We used palmini noodles that we got, I think, in a keto crate or something. Totes worth it. Yeah.
Boy,
Joey said, I'm making keto chow chicken cordon bleu casserole. That sounds good.
That's not how that's pronounced.
Chicken cordon bleu.
That's not how that's pronounced.
Chicken cordon bleu. No? Okay. Chris said the noodles are mostly egg whites and some cream cheese, and spices. You bake them first. Also works for, okay. So it's kind of like a cheese bread crust. I actually made a lasagna like that before, but I was just like, it's so much cheese, but still, like, it's delicious.
What did you say?
I know, right?
That is not a thing. That is not a thing you say out loud. You mumble that in quiet.
You said get us some dry erase boards and markers and we can draw pictures pretty much. Pretty much. Mookie's here. Says good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mookie.
Tanya said my friend did 23andMe and thought she had a sister on her father's side she did not know about. And it turns out that she has a sister on her mother's side and who she grew up knowing as her father, what is not?
What? Wow.
Wow. So her mother had a kid and never told her about it? That's a lot. That's a lot.
See what happens when
Jeremy said George Washington played by Danny DeVito. I mean, he wasn't like squatty, like he wasn't overweight, but he was just a small man.
See, for me, I liked him because he was also stout.
Yeah.
Like he was a very stout man. So he wasn't small and frail. He was average size man height, but he had like a wider chest.
I think he was short.
And
he was short for a man, but
I mean, but most average man's like 5'9", though, right?
And he was not 5'9".
Are you sure?
No, he was like 5'7". No, I think he was short.
I think he was at a different angle.
Yeah, I was like maybe the perspective of being so far away.
I would say 5'9".
For all we know, the guy that played Aaron Burr was 6'3", and he really was like 5'9". But like, oh, I need my water.
Oh my Lord!
I know, right? But like, it was good. The singing,
I enjoyed it.
The music was good. The choices that they made were not terrible. I was like, oh, okay, if you're gonna change it from the original, that's a good choice to make.
What do you mean? As far as like the tone of the songs and stuff?
So basically, the ad-libbing, like. And the way that they said certain words.
It was different?
Yes. From the recording.
I really enjoyed
absolutely.
it.
So
wow. So I need to go back and listen to this said recording.
I don't think you would be able to recognize it.
I don't know, because I hate that one.
Oh
like, who does this crap?
Oh
Step on this crap.
No. So it was really good. Yeah. So Jen, I was about to talk about that. What cords are you cutting? Legitimately cable. I'm telling you guys. My our cable bill. So we have Spectrum.
Oh, okay, we're saying subject.
We have Spectrum, and our cable and internet bill together was $260. Right? We have HBO, exactly, and we have the NFL Red Zone. Right? Other than that, we just have regular TV. Right? $260. So I was like, we don't really watch any of these channels. Like, we don't watch cable. The only thing we watch is ESPN, and we want to make sure that we can watch all of our other TV shows.
HBO stuff.
And HBO, exactly. So we found, but we knew already we could get HBO like on HBO Max, like just pay for the app, right? So it was like, okay, let's find a TV streaming service that just includes ESPN and NFL Red Zone, and we'll be good to go. Turns out, like, Sling TV has a program that, like a package that costs $77 for like the entirety of every channel you could ever need, but it has specifically ESPN and the NFL Red Zone.
Yes.
And
because you absolutely
I have to have the NFL Red Zone. And so I called cable and I was just like, look, I want to cancel my cable. I don't watch TV at all. Screw this. And then, of course, every time you call to cancel, they're like, but if you just keep this and then we can give you the bundle discount on this. And I was like, I don't care. I just take it all off.
Of a salesperson.
They literally, it took my cable bill from $266 to $66. $200 a month gone. Also, I got twice the internet speed because it's a promotional upgrade, right? So of that $200, like, of course, subtract the $77 that I'm spending on Sling at this point, still saving $120 a month. $120 a month. Yes. Come on now. So it was, it was a no-brainer. So that's the cool.
I mean, but I think it boils down to we need to understand what we pay for.
Yeah, like exactly. Exactly.
From car insurance to
Lynette's here says, "Hey,"
the board, because everything has upcharges and fees.
And they just keep increasing it
without our knowledge. Well, with our knowledge, but we throw that stuff away. We don't
Brianna said it's common for small changes to be made as time goes on in place. Yeah, I mean, and the actor has to do something to make themselves stand out.
Well, and it's their character, so they need to own it themselves.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to put on nobody else's character.
Yeah,
it's my character.
Brian said, a great evening, y'all. We could buy a couple of 84-inch 4K TVs and put them on mounts for a whole lot cheaper. Exactly. Hope everyone has a fantabulous hump day. Here's the thing. You have to use their AV team and setup and everything. Like, you can't hire an outside company. Like, it's just a racket.
I mean,
so $50 a month, the base price, but of course, we had to get the add-on that includes.
You could do the tap on the shoulder maneuver and be like, tap, 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 and then look over there and be like, take the TVs over here.
Yeah, $260. Yeah, we just have the internet and Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon Prime and Crunchyroll. No, I don't know.
I love Crunchyroll.
But see, we're already paying. We're already paying for Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and
that has
Apple Plus. Like, we're already paying for these streaming services. In addition to the $260 we're paying for cable. So even cutting that out and leaving everything the same, we're still getting a huge saving.
I think it's one of those situations where you went in on the bundle, right? You started on the bundle, and then the bundle started growing, and then the bundle grew to like a Morpheus.
Paul says, I rarely watch TV, so I just have the internet and a Roku stick. That's what we do now.
It's a game changer.
Mary T's here and says, hello, all late to the party. I always seem to miss Whack Wednesday lately. It always pays to call the cable company every few months. You're right.
Mary, preach on that. Again, cable, car insurance.
Chris, speaking of Lynette, we were just talking about the team from Keto Child that's coming to Keto Palooza. Oh, Miriam, Lynette, and me. Oh, amazing. My mom will be so excited. You know, she loves Lynette. Lynette, my mama loves you.
I know. It's a
good
thing.
Miss Holly and Steve.
It's a good thing in Sam and Max.
Yeah. Well, the children, all the children can stay home. I've had enough children time for a year. 7 whole days. 7 days.
I mean,
nonstop children.
More. No. Them kids was fun.
No, they were. Don't get me wrong.
Eventually,
my threshold, my children threshold is just very low.
They juggle.
I bet they could. Driven said I have Cox Giga Blast, $120 a month. Both Patty and I work from home and need the highest speed. It's a Giga Blast.
I know. Hey,
I love that.
Hey, the Giga Blast. That sounds serious.
Exactly. Mom's here says hello, everyone. Hi, Mom.
And what's it again?
Yeah.
Patty.
Yeah.
Patty and J.
Oh, Jerry said any word on last year's video. Okay. Yes.
Patty and J don't know what they do.
Here is the latest on the video.
Nice.
So after we got back from the cruise, I texted Austin and I was just like, hey, Austin, guess what? June 30th, June 29th, June 30th will be
one of those June days.
The 90-day mark up until Keto Palooza, which I was just like, I don't even want to think about it. But I was like, wouldn't it be great to release the video on that day? Do you think that having the video by June 30th is something that you could do? And he said, you know what? That's a great plan. I go out of town on June 30th anyway for vacation, so I'll have it wrapped up before I leave. And I was just like, oh my God. So I should have it before or by June 30th. And I'm definitely going to check in a week before, like on the 23rd, and be like, hey, Austin, still on track for the 30th? You know, and we'll see. But I have inquired about it, and he has tentatively committed to a date. So I am very excited about that.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds like progress.
Yes, definitely progress. So gosh, it's crazy. I'm still going back to thinking about the price of the AV. He said, has Hulu gotten any better? Back when I used to have it, I hated that they put ads in odd places rather than the actual commercial breaks. So we have Hulu ad free. Like I'm that type of person. I'll pay an extra $4 a month to not watch videos. Yeah. Now there are some TV shows. There are some TV shows that even with the ad-free program, they have to show ads, but they just show an ad at the beginning of the show, and they show an ad at the end of the show. Like the entire viewing experience of the show is ad-free.
They try to go out of the way to not do that to you anymore, Heath.
Yes. So
they go out of their way to make sure it's not that intrusive.
Kate says, oh, I have that shirt. She does have that shirt. I love that. Oh, Jen said, is it 1 month until KetoCon? Yeah, now it's 1 month until KetoCon. So I'm not freaking out. Robin is freaking out at this point, but not me.
Loved you all on the cruise.
Yes, they were. They were so cute. Mary T said, I pay about $185 a month for cable TV, landline phone, and high-speed internet. Then I pay extra for Netflix that my children mostly sign on to, not me so much. Yeah, we're the streaming hub for our entire family. Like, we pay for everything, and then everyone else uses our logins. They should really pay us for that. So yeah, they should. They should
cut my stuff out.
Yeah. So yeah, but that is no. We're paying for it regardless. So, but yes, that is so. Still, $200 a month. You can't beat that. No, Chris said, and this is why I just streamed Keto Salt Lake live to YouTube. Didn't have to bother editing or nothing. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we're gonna have to end up doing. Putting a phone on a tripod and just streaming it on the internet. So yeah, because it's absolutely crazy. So.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Jewelry said, I keep making food I already made before. New videos coming, though. Oh, that's exciting. Look at you. New videos.
Well, you know what you can do, Jewelry, is dress up in some of those outfits you got.
He said, from what I remember, the ads would come right in the middle of a monologue. That's pretty funny. Before I die, I have to tell you this one thing. Boom. Spectrum now offers unlimited. Yeah, that pretty much sucks. That's pretty funny.
So cute.
Jen said, how was your salsaritas this week? So I had all the tortilla chips. It was so delicious. We had salsaritas, but I did have some tortilla chips, and it is what it is. I've been making it at a point like for these next 4 days. Yesterday was Olive Garden, and that just didn't speak to me at all. And then today I didn't even go upstairs. There was like Zoe's, which is Mediterranean, which I don't need. Like my thought is for the next 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's no food that they're going to have in the office that I haven't already had several times. They order the same thing for new hire week. So I don't need to have these things every time they come to the office. Now, but also the good thing is I don't have to go in tomorrow or Friday. So I don't even have to worry about it.
There you go.
But yeah, I did have, now don't get me wrong. I did make my huge like salsaritas bowl myself. Like I brought my lettuce and then used the meat and cheese and all the toppings. Yeah. But then I was like, you know what? I'm about to have me some of these tortilla chips. And they were delicious. So
how many is some tortillas? Like, did you have half of the quantity there?
I didn't have half of the quantity, maybe a quarter. Either way, it was like some. It was like my version of some.
How many people were designed for?
Oh no, it was a huge bag. It was like a catering bag.
Okay, that's what I mean.
And I was like handfuls to set on the side of my taco salad sort of situation.
You took the bag and gave them everything.
No.
That was a check.
No, but that's also another good thing. There were so many people that I'm just like, oh, they're going to eat this. Because that's not my problem. My problem
is wanting food not to go to waste.
Exactly. No, not go to waste. It's just it being left over and it being nobody's food. Like, oh, if nobody wants this, sure, I'll eat all of it. No, because it's not that like I don't want them to throw it away. I just want them to eat as much as they want. You know?
But if they don't, then you eat the rest.
Because I'm like, oh, nobody wants this. But I'm not like, oh, no, so it doesn't go to waste. I'll eat it. I'm just like, oh, this is nobody's food, meaning I'll just take it, you know?
See, I'm the type where I don't want it to go to waste.
I know that.
So
I know
like,
particularly.
I'll eat it for two different reasons completely. So, you'll be eating it because you just have it sitting there. I'll eat it because I don't want it to go to the garbage.
Chris said I'm technically a speaker at KetoCon as I'm one of the people doing the entrepreneur roundtable on Saturday morning. I get to go to the cool stuff. Yeah, we don't even get to go to that. Actually, I think I'm technically a VIP.
I mean,
I should go to that. I want to go. So
this is just awesome. Up and down the board.
Yeah, up and down the board. So, right. Jen said you have to let me know how the gym is tomorrow morning. This morning there were a lot of kids with no gym etiquette. I saw you post that on Facebook.
What does that mean?
Because apparently, did you see the sign? Like,
I saw. I kept
Planet
reading
Fitness,
it every day.
like teens work out for free this summer.
But were they like running around the machines and playing tag or something?
I don't know specific. What were the specifics?
See,
but I saw that.
That's when you just stretch like. Punch. Oh, my bad, child. I apologize.
Mom said, and everyone, fear not. The advisory committee is working hard on ensuring everyone has the blast at Ketopalooza. Girl, that's all I gotta say. Girl. Exactly. I don't know. No, but no, yeah, that annoys me if that's the case. Like, because I was thinking like, oh, well, we go early in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think we have an issue.
No, she went early in the morning.
What?
Yeah, like 7-ish, the hour. Yeah.
Punch. Hey, you gotta start knocking kids out.
Yeah.
You gotta make it look like it's an accident.
Yes.
What's that? Oh, my bad. Was it
Mary T said, sounds like you're eating for hunger. I think you may be well on your way to slaying that overeating dragon. That is the final frontier. Is just the overeating. And here's what I've realized.
Here we go.
Here's what I've realized. I have grown leaps and bounds in the capacity of not eating food I don't like. Because at that point,
agree with that.
At one point, that wasn't even the issue. It's like, oh, I don't even like this, but it's free and it's here, so I'm going to eat it. I've pretty much eliminated that. If I don't like the taste of it, I'll try it. I'll be like, nope, that's not worth it. And I'll just throw it away or I won't get any more.
You're not that person anymore.
My problem is when I do like the food. Like when I do like it, it's eating, it's not overeating it, right? And so that's what I have to work on. So because I do want to get to the place where I can have those things, but not overeat them. Okay. But I do have to put strategies in place that will curb my natural desire or my natural instinct to overeat. Yes. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Like maybe, but I don't want to drink water first because I don't want to dilute the stomach acid.
Your face and you got like a bowl empty.
No, that'll never happen. Like I'm very intentional about everything I eat. If I intend to eat an entire package of Oreos, I'll do it. You know, like, so it's not like it just happens to me, right? Mm-hmm. But I just have to fix my intentions to not eat so much, you know?
There we go.
So that is...
I like those. Those are called good intentions.
Yes. Oh no, Chris Bear said, speaking of conferences, my accountant is going to need to know how much we lost on Keto Salt Lake for tax purposes. I ran the numbers today. It was brutal. I know that's how y'all set that up, but I can't lose money on Ketopalooza. I literally can't. I'm not going to. I speak it into existence. We're going to sell out and everything. Like if we just sell all the tickets,
yes,
I won't lose money.
Well, and to be fair,
and that's 300 tickets. So that's our goal. So
you were wealthy in heart points. So
heart points?
That's what he's wealthy
in. Heart points don't pay the mortgage, Richard. No.
Keto Salt Lake was very heart point wealthy. You were flooded with them. Like a cash register was all over you, man.
No.
You got so much love.
Yes. D said 266. That's how much I'm paying Canadian, but at least it's gigabit. No, we are getting 200 megs for that much. So for our internet speed. So plan? Yeah, on the old plan. Now they bumped us up to 4. We don't even have the gigabit.
Well, that's because of all the crappy channels we was getting.
Jen said sitting on machines, playing on their phones, not working out, not wiping them down, roving from machine to machine, changing the settings and not using them. It was 6:30. What? Who took their kids to the gym that early? But I guess they have licenses.
No.
Wow, yeah. See, Brianna said our students go to the gym before school, so they're there like 5:30.
That's gonna be a fun morning with me then, because I don't know if they know this, but I was raised different.
Oh yeah, he'll make a kid cry. So.
Well, I mean, I won't do that, but I'll at least talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey man, come here.
Let me holler at you right
real fast.
Get out the way.
Real fast. Come here. Real fast.
My God.
Come here. Let me grab you real fast.
Stranger
grab you.
So.
Let me yank you.
Jen said, I'm a grazer with FOMO. I want to try everything, so I will put a bite of everything on my plate. Yeah, if there's enough of that, but if not, if there's like 2 or 3 things, I'll just max out on all those things.
Jen, on the other hand, call that a nibbler.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Nibbler, yeah.
Where it's like,
and that's the thing, I don't mind nibbling. Like, having 1 or 2 of everything, that's where I'm trying to get in life, right? I'm definitely not an abstainer. I'm not like, I can't have that anymore, because if I have it once, I'll go off the rails. Like, that's what I'm trying to avoid, is like figuring out how to incorporate, like, not binge eating into my habits. Now, don't get me wrong. I do know that it is, more difficult not to binge eat those foods, because that's precisely what they're made for. But I do know that it's possible not to do it. I mean, here's my husband right here. It is possible to eat foods like tortilla chips, like Oreos, like a piece of cake, a slice of pizza, things, and not go off the deep end.
Yes.
Like, I'm trying to figure out a strategy to do that. Well, exactly. And the thing is, it's not that I even plan to incorporate those things into my diet very often, but that's also the problem. When I go so long without having something, then it's now I deserve to have a whole pizza because of, it's all mental.
Exactly.
So that's just what I'm thinking.
It's from, I think you talked about it on the cruise, where you were like, your reward mentality is what boomerang, your rubber bands.
It's the restriction.
Yeah, because when you were super restrict, then
Mary T said, how are you doing on ticket sales? Right now, we have 100 out of 300 gone. So we had 200 more left. And don't get me wrong, I haven't really started advertising, and I'm going to do some paid ads this year on Facebook. I'm also focusing a lot more on the local communities like Louisville, Cincinnati, Nashville, Indianapolis. I need to just get the word out to more people. And then I need to utilize my resources like Joe and Rachel, like Dr. Barry, like Ben Azadi, all the people that are speaking. I just need to equip them with more, tools to let their audience know. Yep, exactly.
So, I love where this is going.
Yeah, so I need to do that. But
and if worst comes scenario, they'll give you heart points.
Heart points. They're not a thing. Y'all, when I tell you, y'all can keep y'all heart points at home. I do not care. Heart points won't do nothing to pay off this $25,000 AV bill. So.
Because you'll be dripping in love.
No, absolutely not. So
wealthy in the above.
No,
because you're dripping in love.
No, absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't want to drip.
This happens. So this happens.
Jen says I need to buy a ticket for my father-in-law for Keto Palooza. He wants to meet Dr. Barry. Oh yeah, Dr. Barry.
Oh,
yes, buy tickets for everyone. Jen. Yes, he said, and spread the word at KetoCon. You're right. Oh yeah, I got a strategy, you guys. But yeah, everywhere I go, I'm talking about Keto.
You didn't say nothing on the cruise.
Yeah. No, I said a lot. I talked about it a lot on the cruise. I didn't realize how many people on the cruise were like just from Florida. I was like, oh, that must be easy to just drive to the
I was going to say, I think that's the reason they moved to Florida.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why a lot of them moved to Florida. So that's what's going on. I will tell you,
cruises a year.
I have been recently going through some footage, like deleting, cleaning up some old hard drives. And like, I'm coming across all sorts of raw footage and videos from like 2018, 2019. Y'all remember 2018 was Deeper State Keto. So that was the thinnest I ever was. 2019, I bounced back and forth. Like, regardless, I've seen video of Thinner Autumn, and I see pictures of Thinner Autumn come up on my time hop. And I'm just like, that I need to get back to that. Like, not
Thinner Autumn.
Yes, like Autumn that weighed less, Autumn that had less body fat, right?
Is that what you want to be though?
Yes.
I mean, maybe it's more of a body composition than a weight thing.
No, it's body fat. That is what my body's comprised of. I'm carrying too many pounds of body fat. Yeah, regardless of how much muscle I plan to build, I still have too much body fat. Okay. So but yeah, I mean, because don't get me wrong, I looked at my pictures from Deeper State Keto and I was like, no, I don't want to look like that. But there were definitely some areas in between where I'm like, if I was there just with more muscle, that would have been good, you know.
Didn't
so
you do a speech on this?
I'm focusing on that.
About what if I was this weight, if I was that
but
weight?
Baby, you hear I didn't say a number at all. I didn't mention a number. Like my goal has nothing to do with a number.
It's just about
body
what
fat,
you saw,
it's body composition, and it's looking. Yes, it's the way that I look. It's how my face. Like that has nothing to do with the number. I don't care about the number. But I did see there was definitely thinner, and at least from here up, more toned Autumn. I was like, yes, I want that. So, yes.
For me, it's all about your mental health along the journey.
Yes, exactly, and I'm feeling good. So, he said, "Sounds like it's time to release a whack blooper reel." Yeah, I mean, pretty much the engagement video of us was that. Like, I was going back through all the videos where we would leave the gym, and I'd be like, filming a video, and like Richard's arm was in the way, and I'd be like, "Get out of the video! Nobody's supposed to see you. Oh, they don't know about you." So I know, right? I know.
How many times did you do this?
A lot. So, yes,
so cute.
But I was just, but at the same time, like the wonder and the excitement and the anticipation, like that's all gone. It's just matter of fact. Every day, this is what has to be done.
The reality. Yeah,
like there's no excitement anymore. And I was really gonna make that the title. Like, am I supposed to be excited about this, or is it just supposed to be what I do every day? Like eating right, exercising. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm excited when I go up a weight in the gym, like when I'm like, oh, I can use 5 pounds heavier. But like, is your everyday diet supposed to excite you, or is it you're just supposed to be like, oh yes, this is what I use for fuel today? And I'm not talking about like Soylent like milkshakes, like not enjoying the taste of it, but like even though we eat delicious food, how do you feel about it? Are you just like, oh yes, I love this so much? You're just like, you know what, this is good, but this is just what I eat for fuel.
This is where you're different than like a Shelly. You know what I mean? Where it's like her food is amazing and crazy, and like everything's different, and your food is a taco bowl. Hamburger.
Yes, Soylent Green is people. Exactly. I'm not saying it just needs to be like gray mush, but at the same time, like, what are your thoughts about what you eat every day? Gina Marie says the lifestyle. Hashtag lifestyle. I know, right? Like, so that's where I'm like, my zest for like my newness is like, ooh, this is gonna be so great. Like, it's just gone. It's just like, this is what has to eat the food, lift the weights, get your body together. Like, if there's no.
For me, it's deciding which protein I'm eating that day.
Yes,
like every day.
That is a new trick. What do I want to set out in our big bulk, huge
chicken,
freezer?
Do I do pork?
Chris said, "Hey, I like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell
fish
too.
Day today.
I like Taco Bell." And I'm like, man, this is delicious. But not in a like hyper palatable, hyper pleasurable sort of way. Just like a feeling. So.
Well, I mean, it also is just sometimes it's kind of like I think Maria Emmerich said it on the cruise, where she was like, sometimes you just eat it. Like, it's not supposed to be a. Chris
said, and don't forget that Soylent was where I got the idea for Keto Chow. I really bet it was. He said, I always enjoy my food. Hungry Heath is not just a clever name. I really love to eat. I know, right? So.
But that's what I'm saying. See, thank you, Heath. But he's
Shauna said I made a steak the other day that just failed, but I saved it and turned it into a taco plate.
Hey,
yes.
There you go, Air Fryer.
So
you can always save a steak.
Yeah, hashtag save a steak. But yeah, I mean, that is just what I'm thinking about. Like, I have, I'm still, what is it, 6, 7, 8 months later, I'm still like around 200, between 205, 210. Like, it's just, I've just stayed here too long, right?
Yeah. And you keep putting that toe back in the water, though.
Exactly.
It's your own personal.
But I just needed. I needed to stick. Like, it's the consistency that I have to. That I have to master, and that's just something to work on every day.
That just means you're human.
Yeah.
That just means you're a regular person.
Yes.
Do.
Shelly said, "Thank you, Richard. My meals are very simple. I just like a little variety." No, your meals are like nuts. They're works of art. They're beautiful. So.
I'm saying that's the kind of meals you like pay for.
Yeah.
Like, how much is that?
I know. That's a meal prep service right there.
$13. How much is the tip?
Yeah. So So I mean, that's just really what it's gotten down to. It's like,
I mean, it's quite beautiful.
Once again, it's not figuring out what to do. It's figuring out why you don't do it on a consistent basis. And that's really what I'm working on. Yeah. And I just know that it's my propensity to overeat when I don't have a plan. It's a mental switch. It's a mental switch that flips that says, oh, if we're going there, let's go there. And it's just like, no, I want to stop that. I want to, one donut doesn't have to equal 11 donuts. You
take your hands off the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's like a roller coaster. Screw it.
And so I need to figure out what feeling I'm getting from that and how to either get that feeling from somewhere else or figure out how to get that feeling from less of it. Right. So that's, oh, they made me sick. So, I mean, it's all work that I know I need to do and that I just keep trying things every day. Or like every time I'm presented with a situation to be like, okay, let's try this out, you know?
Well, also I think it's also when temptation's in front of you, like super hard. Like I said, this is your new hire week, right?
Yes. New hire training,
so every day you're getting catered in the office. Like the smells are going through the room, like the hallway is like, what's happening out there?
Mary T said, lucky for me, I'm like, Richard, meat makes me excited. But no, on a day-to-day, our food isn't meant to be our fun. Yeah. Not all the fun anyway, but finding a balance is key.
See, that's what Maria Emmerich said. It was like, why do we have to have an event every time there's food? Like, just eat for something.
Oh, Mary T said, you're closer to finding balance than when I met you. I see a huge difference. Well, that makes me happy, Mary T. Thank you so much for noticing, because I just be feeling like I'm just sliding backwards.
To tell you about yourself.
Yes, I appreciate that. But, you know.
I appreciate all of you.
I appreciate all of you all the time. So, but yeah. Okay, but I also appreciate just going to sit down and watch TV, which I'm about to
do. You now? Yeah, we do not know.
We're watching things. Russian Doll. You guys,
have not heard
has anyone watched Severance on Apple Plus? Like, please. I really enjoyed that show, and I don't know a lot of people that have watched it.
Apple?
Exactly, right?
That's the first question.
Like, it's a really good show if you haven't watched it. It's a serious workplace show. It has elements of like dystopian, like alternate reality sort of thing, which I really, really like, but I can't really find anyone in real life that has watching it. So that that has watched it.
Okay.
So. Oh, Draven said you're still so beautiful in real life and online. We really love meeting you.
Oh my Lord. Oh my. Oh my God. It must have been Patty. Patty must have took the keyboard.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. Patty Chris said, is it TV watching time? Yes, it is. I know the kids want to watch Demon Slayer. What is that?
That's Crunchyroll.
No.
Get up on game.
No, I am down on game.
Hang out with the Bear Children. You'll learn so much.
Okay, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Keto Palooza. The link is in the description box below. We're selling this thing out. I already know it's going to happen. I just got to figure out how. I have to make it happen. So have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, you can catch us on Sunday morning at 9:30. No, they can't. We have to go to church this Sunday.
They can catch us on Sunday at some point.
What time? It has to be early. Look, guys, we have to go to church on Sunday. And I am just not looking forward to it. I'm just saying.
I apologize for hurting your heart.
No, I mean, it'll be okay. We just don't go to church. So
this one right here.
It's like a special church thing that his parents have invited us to.
I'm just bathe you in holy water.
But so either way, it's at 9:30. So
burst in the flame.
So I don't know if we're gonna go before or after. I don't know if we're gonna do the live before or after. So I'll let you know. But like, dang, I can't do it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what? Vehemently spout now.
No, it's just not part of my everyday routine or like my Sunday routine.
It's a part of mine growing up, and it's just like riding.
We've never gone to church once. Perpetrator.
I have gone to church many times before I met you.
Exactly.
Then you sullied me. Now I'm sullied.
It's my fault.
Yeah. Okay. Because which one of us go to church the most?
No. Okay. No. Okay.
I love you.
We're gonna have this fight. We'll talk to you on Sunday sometime. Bye.